Ukraine may have created one of its most powerful weapons yet. It's quiet, it's precise, and it strikes without warning. Like something out of a science fiction movie, this new system feels almost unreal. Russia may soon face a weapon it cannot see, hear, or easily stop. That weapon is called the Sunray, and it could seriously change the air war over Ukraine. Imagine being a Russian pilot sent into Ukrainian airspace. You've seen reports of aircraft shot down. You know Ukraine operates advanced air defense systems like the Patriot, and those systems can lock onto your jet. At least with missiles, you get a warning on your radar. You might have a chance to react. But what if there were no warning at all? No alarm? No incoming signal? Just sudden fire tearing through your aircraft. If you're enjoying this video, make sure you subscribe because you're doing the right thing so you won't miss any update from this channel. Now picture flying over what seems like quiet territory. Nothing appears on radar. Then suddenly, your wing catches fire. No explosion, no visible missile, just intense heat and damage from something you never saw coming. That's the fear surrounding Ukraine's new laser system. Instead of blowing a plane apart like a traditional missile, this weapon burns through it with invisible energy. It's silent, it's fast, and it leaves almost no time to react. Right now, that dramatic scenario is mostly speculation about what the Sunray could become. At the moment, its main job is air defense, especially against drones. But the technology behind it opens the door to much more. Reports about the Sunray describe it as an experimental laser weapon, similar in concept to the US Navy's HELIOS laser system. The difference? Cost. While the American program reportedly required around $150 million to develop, Ukraine's version was built for just a few $1,000,000. Each unit may cost only a few $100,000. That's a huge deal for a country fighting a long war and trying to stretch every dollar. During a demonstration for a journalist, the Sunray was mounted on top of a truck. It wasn't large or bulky. In fact, it was described as being about the size of a hobby telescope with several cameras attached. That portability could be a game changer. A system small enough to move and set up quickly can protect cities, military bases, or frontline positions with flexibility. In the demonstration, a small drone was launched into the sky. The Sunray's cameras tracked it automatically. The system adjusted its aim, locked onto the moving target, and then, after the command to fire, the drone burst into flames within seconds. There was no bright beam like in the movies, no dramatic sound. The laser was invisible. The drone simply ignited and fell from the sky. That's what makes this weapon so unsettling. We're used to seeing lasers in films as glowing red beams. In reality, high-energy military lasers are often invisible to the human eye. There's no warning flash, no smoke trail. If this system grows more powerful, it could theoretically damage aircraft cockpits, engines, or drone components before anyone understands what's happening. Of course, there are limits. Weather conditions like rain, fog, or dust can reduce a laser's effectiveness. We also don't know the full range of the Sunray. Still, the early results suggest Ukraine has built something both practical and scalable. For now, its focus is clear, countering Russia's massive drone attacks. Russian forces have been launching thousands of drones and missiles into Ukraine every month. At one point, Ukraine was intercepting around 90% of incoming drones. But as Russia increased the volume of attacks, that rate reportedly dropped closer to 80%. That doesn't mean Ukraine's defenders became less skilled. It means they're being overwhelmed by sheer numbers. Drones like the Iranian-designed Shahed are relatively cheap compared to advanced air defense missiles. Using expensive interceptors to shoot down low-cost drones is not sustainable in the long term. It's like using a luxury car to haul potatoes. It works, but it's not efficient. That's where systems like the Sunray matter. A laser doesn't require traditional ammunition. Once built and powered, it can fire again and again at very low cost per shot. If a unit costs around $250,000, it only needs to destroy a handful of drones to justify its price. After that, every interception becomes highly cost-effective. Ukraine is also deploying other innovative tools, like the P-1 Sun interceptor drone. These relatively inexpensive drones are designed to physically collide with and destroy incoming threats. Together, systems like the P-1 Sun and Sunray represent a new generation of layered, affordable air defense. What stands out most to me is Ukraine's speed of innovation. While larger defense companies may move slowly due to budgets and bureaucracy, Ukraine is operating with urgency. For them, this isn't just about contracts or profit, it's about survival. That pressure seems to be pushing rapid development and creative solutions. Looking ahead, the Sunray's true impact will depend on how quickly it moves from prototype to widespread deployment. If it proves reliable against drones, its role could expand. In theory, portable laser systems placed near front lines could create serious psychological pressure. Soldiers would know that something invisible might be watching, ready to strike. Even if the Sunray never becomes a frontline anti-personnel weapon, its value against drones alone could be enormous. Modern wars are increasingly defined by unmanned systems. The side that can cheaply and efficiently defeat swarms of drones gains a major advantage. In my view, the Sunray represents something bigger than just a new piece of hardware. It shows how warfare is evolving. We are moving toward quieter, more precise, and more cost-efficient systems. Energy weapons, once seen as futuristic, are becoming practical tools. Ukraine has already shown it can innovate under pressure, turning limited resources into effective solutions. If the Sunray lives up to its promise, it could reshape how air defense works, not just in this conflict, but globally. And that's what makes this development so important. It's not just about one weapon, it's about the future of warfare, and how quickly that future is arriving.